Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, everybody. It is sadly Monday, I was about to say February 19th, and you know what that means. It is time for the High Risk Wrestling Recap. I am your host, Jeremy Pierce. Now, you know you can catch me out on the socials, Charismatic Creations on Facebook and YouTube, Charismatic_Creations52 on Instagram, and of course, the 215 on Twitter. But for now, let's get into the news. Kazuchika Okada's last two matches have been announced before he departs New Japan Pro Wrestling. Looks like he will be obviously heading to AEW. He will be teaming up with Ishii, Goda, Yoshihashi, and YOU to face Jeff Cobb, Great Okan, Hinare, Akira, and of course Newman. And then the next night he will team up with the same grouping of guys, with the exception of Yao, to take on Matt Riddle, Jeff Cobb, the Great Okan, Hinare, and Akira. He defeated his last long-standing rival, Tanahashi, at the New Beginning event, and things will be picking up soon. A notable AEW wrestler has joined the staff of AEW, and that would be Rocky Romero, who will be working behind the scenes now, as well as fulfilling his duties as a performer. He still will be working for New Japan Pro Wrestling. Our returning AEW star will be working backstage again, and QT Marshall is returning back to the company. He announced his resignation not too long ago, but he is officially back, and what his responsibilities will be: fixing issues between AEW, working on a few talent development things, and of course being a trainer. We have more information about Scott D'Amore's departure from TNA. It was long in the works before he was even released, and it's, again, I don't agree with them firing him, and there's been some reorganization on TNA's part after the firing, and it's just tough. Scott did send a letter to, not Scott, some of the talent did send a letter to Anthem saying that they definitely support Scott D'Amore. We have more of the Vince McMahon allegations. One, if you couldn't see, he was definitely trying to live out his fantasy on TV, and definitely made advances on people. Jackie Gator made advances on he made advances on her. He made advances on Dawn Marie. And the biggest news is that of Ashley Massaro, where it stated that Vince and Stephanie knew about her sexual assault claims when they were in Kuwait for tribute to the troops. And this comes from her close friend Cara Papia. This is not good. There's frustration going on behind the scenes in AEW talent about the declining popularity, the declining ticket sales, and essentially they want Tony Khan to face the fact that things need to change, need to be made for the better, as you just can't keep saying things are going well. If you haven't seen, last week Queen Aminata got her first win on AEW, and now she's officially all elite. I would love to see her in Ring of Honor. It looks like she is a part of that Ring of Honor Women's TV title tournament. Velveteen Dream has made his return back to professional wrestling. He uploaded an apology early this year, and he wrestled for Dynasty, the Dynasty promotion in Albany, New York. He was over, and we believe in second chances here. A lot of the things, was he said he did some things, but he didn't do enough to warrant being excommunicated professional wrestling. And the Dynasty promotion says they believe in giving second chances, and that's what they are doing here. On the injury side of things, it looks like Penta suffered a shoulder injury in his match over the weekend at the Mexican promotion Mas Luchas recent event. So we'll see what's going on with him. Jamie Hayter Her injury status remains uncertain. All we know is that she's out, and we do not know when she will be back. Hopefully, Jamie will be back in time for All In. Shotzi Blackheart suffered a really bad knee injury at the NXT house show as she was taking on Lyra. Not NXT house show, but the second round of NXT tapings. She was taking on Lyra Valkyria, and it's just a really bad knee injury. We don't know how long she'll be out. We actually don't even know what the injury is. All we know is she's going to be out for a very long time. Another AEW star is out with an injury, as we haven't seen him on TV, but Wheeler Yuta is out with a don't know what the injury is. He's dealing with something, but it's kept him out of TV for a long time. But he is advertised for the BCC match against CMLL on March 29th, so let's point that as his expected return. Julia Hart is also out with injury. She is the current TBS champion. We don't know what she's been dealing with, but it's been keeping her away from the ring. So it looks like they'll be having Sky Blue be her envoy for now, as they are teamed up. Rey Mysterio is close to an in-ring return amidst his injury status. He should be back in a couple of weeks. Nikita Lyons suffered another injury after returning from injury, so she just can't catch a break. And Idris Enough is also sidelined with injury. He got injured on the February 6th show as he and Malik Blade lost to Axiom and Nathan Frazier. We don't know what this injury is as well, but he will be out for looks like a long time. Britt Baker, apparently her in-ring return is on the horizon, and she was dealing with a back injury. Pot calling kettle on her part, and the Hill Del Viking Goes match was halted due to a knee injury as well. That's a lot. I haven't remembered the last time we had so many injury reports to go through, but that's the news, and we should be right back. All right, let's get into the week in review, and of course we start off with Monday Night Raw. And the fall of Sami Zayn continues. We're making our push toward the Elimination Chamber, so we open up with the New Day and Jey Uso defeating Imperium. Rarely, if ever, does Gunther take a loss, including in tag matches. So this is just to set up Jey versus Gunther, probably at the Chamber for the Intercontinental Championship. Bobby Lashley defeated Bronson Reed to qualify for the Chamber, which I'm really shocked about. So it looks like Bronson Reed has nothing to do when the pay-per-view was in his home country. Sami Zayn feels that he's the proof that he's still a contender, and Nakamura wants to see Sami's true side. Cody comes to the ring, says he will take down Roman Reigns, and Seth says he understands Cody's choice, why he chose to face Roman instead of him, and he offers to be Cody's shield, reminding him that no matter what, Solo and now The Rock and Jimmy and Paul Heyman will still be there. He doesn't have to go this alone. Liv Morgan defeated Zoe Stark to qualify for the Chamber. Damian Priest tells Truth that he's not part of the Judgment Day anymore, and then Truth calls him, is like, yo, they gonna kill me. McDonough defeated R-Truth, and DIY saves Truth from a beatdown. Becky Lynch is obsessed with getting the championship back. Nia offers her fake words of encouragement. Rhea comes out and charges Nia. They fight. Nia gets the upper hand briefly until both Becky and Rhea turn the tables on her. LA Knight defeated Ivar to qualify for the Chamber. There will be a last chance battle royal for the women to qualify for the last Chamber. So I remember that reported it was kind of spoiled who would be in the Chamber. That last spot was originally supposed to go to Jade Cargill, so we'll see who will be in the battle royal. And in the main event, Shinsuke defeated Sami Zayn after a distraction from Drew McIntyre. Over on Dynamite, we continue to push towards Revolution. In opening contest, Jon Moxley defeated Dax Harwood. Wheeler attacked Mox after Mox went and loosened the chokehold he had on Dax. Don Callis sets up a Takeshita versus Will Ospreay match at Revolution. This is going to be the start of Ospreay's face turn. Obviously, Wardlow wins a squash match. Adam Copeland versus Dan Garcia ended in a no contest after the Patriarchy attacked. Copeland received the concerto for his troubles. I still think we'll end up getting Dan Garcia versus Christian Cage at the pay-per-view for the TNT Championship. Samoa Joe vows to leave as champion. as both men are losers. Both men didn't win their matches, referring to Swerve and Hangman. Swerve comes out and says, listen, I want respect, and now what you're saying, I'm taking this personal. And we know what happens when Swerve takes things personal. Hangman doesn't want Swerve to win. That's why he's here. Timeless Toni Storm's new movie, Wet Ink, debuts, and since she changed her tattoo that her and Deonna Purrazzo have, has a knife going through it. The Young Bucks defeated Top Flight. They were going to give Tony Schiavone an EVP trigger before Darby Allin stopped them. Willow Nightingale defeated Sky Blue after a distraction from Stokely Hathaway in the main event. Orange Cassidy retained the International Championship against Matt Taven in a Texas death match. This was really, really fun. Over on Impact, we had a solid push for No Surrender. Cass defeated Jake Something. Eric Young will talk to Cass face-to-face next week. Jordan Grace defeated Savannah Evans. After the match, Giselle Shaw attacked Grace and then turned on Savannah Evans. Ash by Elegance will make her in-ring debut next week. We had Sound Check with Simon Gotch, and Gotch essentially says that Alexander built his legacy off a win on Gotch, and Alexander rushes the set, but security holds him back, so they'll be facing each other at No Surrender. ABC defeated Grizzly Young Veterans in the second match of their best of series. Dirty Dango will face all rookies now, so you have to have 1 year or less of experience. The Good Hands support Ali in his quest and his bid to get the X Division Championship. Crazy Steve retained against Rhino. Joe Hendry versus Cody Deaner never started as Hendry mocked AJ Francis, so Francis attacked him, chokeslammed him through a table. Trent Seven and Speedball don't like that Macklin and the Rascals are attacking people from behind. Danny Luna defeated Killer Kelly. MK Ultra attacked Danny Luna after the match, and Jody Threat after the match. The Decay arrives to stop them, and in the main event, Moose defeated Kushida. The System brawls with Kushida, Alex Shelley, and Kevin Knight to end the show. TNA was good. Over on SmackDown, Hollywood Rock has finally arrived. So KO defeated Dom to qualify for the Chamber. R-Truth was there. Drew and LA Knight bicker backstage. I hope this doesn't lead to a match between them at WrestleMania. Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate vowed to win the tag team titles. Tiffany Stratton defeated Zelina Vega to qualify for the Chamber. AJ Styles slapped Carl Anderson after Anderson says AJ forgot where he came from. I'm trying to see where this "woe was me" AJ Styles gimmick is going. We had a Damage Control pre-tape saying that Bayley will not be leaving as champion. AOP won a squash match. Logan Paul qualified for the Chamber by defeating The Miz. Nick Aldis is trying to sign Braun and Jade Cargill when Tiffany Stratton walks in and gets in the face of Bianca and Liv and says she's never been in the Chamber. So who does she have to pin first? Paul Heyman is shown talking to Grayson Waller. Naomi defeated Alba Fire to qualify for the Chamber. Bayley is reluctant to trust Dakota Kai. Braun Breaker signs with SmackDown, and The Rock finally arrives. Hollywood Rock, he comes on his $500 shirts, shades on, and he just does The Rock things. And he was just on a beam here, and he says he essentially would do whatever he can to make sure Cody remains a loser. And he says, if you smell what the bloodline is cooking. Over on Rampage, Sammy Guevara defeated Jeff Hardy in a no DQ match. This is the match where Jeff Hardy got injured, and Hobbs attacked Sammy Guevara after the match. Brian Cage will deal with Hook, and he doesn't like about all the attention he receives. The BCC knows tag team wrestling. This was a really funny backstage segment. Ruby Soho is done with Saraya. She knows everything, and later she makes the first move on Angelo Parker. Dustin Rhodes and the Von Erichs won a squash match. Toni Storm demonstrates what she'll do to Deanna or Mariah. Funny. Queen Aminata got her first win defeating Anna Jay, and Willow Nightingale doesn't like that Stokely cheated for her, so Chris says she will get everybody on the same page. In the main event, the Bang Bang Scissors Gang won a 12-man tag match, defeating the Dark Order and the team of Jeff Jarrett, Jay Lethal, and Satnam, saying there's a little bit of miscommunication between Daddy Ass and Jay White, but we have no hints about the unification match coming up anytime soon. There was no collision this week, as it was NBA All-Star Weekend. Our matches of the week, not many from Dynamite. John Moxley versus Dax Harwood, because whenever Dax Hardwood is in a singles match, is just a really good wrestling match. Also from Dynamite, Orange Cassidy versus Matt Taven in the Texas Death Match for the International Championship. And from Impact, ABC versus the Grizzled Young Veterans. This was the second match of their best of 3 series. And a star of the week, I wanted to give it to Ruby for stepping away from Saraya, but I gotta give it to The Rock. I gotta give it to the People's Champ for bringing back Hollywood Rock. He didn't bring back the theme, but he brought back the version of Rock that's my favorite. But that's the show. There was no Collision this week, like I said. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Coming up this week, we got a list of the returns I am most excited for. Flashback Friday, we got a Elimination Chamber preview, and what just happened as well. Howard Wrestling Podcast every single Saturday, the recap every Sunday, wrestling content from Reddit every Thursday. Don't forget to check out the socials, Charismatic Creations on Facebook and YouTube, Charismatic_Creations 52 on Instagram, and of course, the 215. And I will see you when I see you. Peace.